Hello again, welcome to another video on Ludiflex. Today we're going to create this amazing login and register form. As you can see, we have two buttons, sign in and sign up. When you click on any of those buttons, you can switch between those forms. This form has good animations and the blue effects, which makes it look better. So as you can see, everything runs smoothly, the animation, everything is fine. So this is a HTML, CSS and JavaScript tutorial where we cover everything from scratch. Another thing, it is responsive in every device, in small devices and large devices. So this is a really good tutorial to work on, and if you like this tutorial, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. So let's get started. Okay, this is the setup. We have a CSS folder where we have CSS file. Here is the images that we will be using, and this is the JavaScript file. So as you can see here, we are going to use Visual Studio Code as our text editor. And so let's start with our HTML. So rename the document to any name that you want. Me, I'm going to use Ludiflex, login and register. So let's start by finding the link to link the box icons so that we can have icons in our login form. And so let's also link the CSS style. Let's also link JavaScript. Okay, let's get started. Here we will be having the main division, which is form container. We'll be having two columns, the first column and the second column. So here, this is where the images will be in the first column. Let's name it to image layer. Then we will use those images. The link is in the description. You can download them. Okay, after adding all the images, so let's continue and let's go to our CSS file, and here in the base we'll change the margin to 0, padding 0, and box sizing to border box. As you can see here, it is. So also the font family, it will be Poppins. The link is up there if you don't have it, that import one. Let's go to body, where we will add the background image. As you can see, we have it. So let's adjust it so that it can look better. The background position to center, background size, cover, and then background attachment fixed, and also background repeat. It should not repeat, so we use no repeat. Let's go and make it display flex. We will use flexbox. Okay, let's get started with the form container. It will also be Ludiflex. Here I had an error on padding. Okay, so Ludiflex, and then width 400, 1000 pixels, height 600 pixels, and border 3 pixels solid. So on the border we use RGBA so that we can have a white color with low opacity. So let's also add the blue effect so that it can look amazing as we wanted. So let's hide overflow hidden for now, so that we can be able to see those images. So for the first column, let's also make the spray flex. We use also flexbox. Here we use flex direction to column, and the width will be 55 so that it can be divided into two parts, but the first column, it will be bigger than the second column. It will also have that blue effect, and so that it can also look good, and add a transition on the border because we will animate it. So on the image layer, let's make it to position relative, and let's start adjusting all those images so that they can be in center as one image. So let's leave that space for the form animations, and let's create another tag for those words, which will be displayed below the images. So we'll change those images to text align center and the color to white so that they can look good, and we will make a width of 300 pixels, and we will change the color for that word in span tags so that we can have a good design with good color mixing. Okay, let's go to the second column and create the first division for the button box where the buttons will be, and have the login and register button. Below we have the login form. So as you know, we create two different forms, the register and the login form, so they must be in separate. So let's start with the login form. We have that form title, which is sign in, and the form inputs. So we will use input tags where the tag will be text for the username and it will be required. And also remember to add that icon using the class for box icons, which is px. And also add it for the password too. As you can see, we have it. And also create the forgot password link, and also create another button for submit. We name it sign in and also add another icon. So below we will put the social login icons, and we will use Google, Facebook, Twitter, and GitHub. So let's start designing it in CSS. So the second column to also be position relative width 45%. Remember, on the first column it is 55%, so that's why we have 45 there. And then on button box, have display flex direction to center, then gap in order to have space between those buttons, and margin top. So on each button we have to increase the font weight, and then the padding. The border will be none, and border radius to 30 pixels. So let's also add the boxer door so that it can look good. Then cursor to be pointer. Also add transition for smooth animation. So let's go to the login form. Then we use display flex, then flex selection to column, align items center, and width for 100%. Then we add the padding on the left and right, and also let's go to the form title. So the margin will be 40 pixels on top and bottom, then colored white, font size 28 pixels. So as you can see, we have good input field, and also we change the color of the placeholder and the font size too, so that it can look good. So let's start aligning those icons. We'll use position absolute because on input box we used position relative, so that it will be easy for us to align it. Also change the color to white, and let's continue to the forgot password link. Okay, let's continue to the submit button. Also make it display flex, align item center, justify content center, and then we will add some gap between the word and that icon, and the width will be 100%, height 55 pixels, and padding left and right 15 pixels, margin top and bottom 10 pixels, and then the color to white, the background to our custom color, and let's also add the box shadow and the cursor and transition for smooth animation. Also, let's design our social icons so that they can look good. So as you can see, we have our login form, and let's copy the login form codes and paste it so that we can make them the register form. So let's change a few things so that we can have our register form. There we write sign up also there, and we also add another input for email. So let's change there on login form to position absolute and left 50% transform translate x minus 50%. So those are the codes for login form. So let's write other codes for register. So let's copy and change few things. There we'll add left to negative. Let's also change the form title on register form. Let's change the margin to 40 pixels on top and 20 pixels on right, so that we cannot have a large space. So let's get started with our JavaScript. So let's create a variable, a login button and register button. Remember to take those IDs from our HTML. So let's also get the ones for login form. Those are crosses. Okay, and also for register form. Okay, let's now create our function. Add event listener to be quick, and our function will be, we will take our login variable, then we change the style where the background color will change to our dark blue color when you click on login button. So when you click on login button, then the register button, it will be changed to our white color with opacity. So let's do the same thing on register button. Okay, now we have it. Why is it not working? Let's check. Forgot. Okay, can see we have it working well. So when you click on login button, then the login form, it would be shown. So the left will be 50%, and for register button it will be negative 50%. So let's do the same thing on login button function. Okay, so now I have it. But as you can see there on login button function, we used 150 on login form and 50% for register form. So let's change also the opacity for the login form and register form. So now it looks good. So we need to change our overflow to hidden. Okay, that's good. So on the second column also we have to add the hidden. Nice one. So let's change our border so that if you click that border radius, it will also be animated on the first column. So let's do it. We use query selector and then use border radius. There also will change to 20 and 30. So we have it. Yeah, so this is it. So we are left with animations on our image. And before, let's make it responsive. As you can see, it is not good on small devices. So when it is below 892, so the form container, it will be 400 pixels, and the first column it would be hidden. We can have a simple form. Okay, let's go to our image animations. Let's start by adding animations to our images. So the first one we will use, let's name it scale up. 3 seconds is in and out. So let's change the names, and we will add animations on those different names. Spring, coin, dots. Okay, so let's start adding our keyframes. We'll use so that we can get our custom animations. Let's start by with left to right. So let's continue with all those names that we use, so that we can create other different animations on images so that it can look good. So as you can see, the images are animating and it is really nice. So thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you liked it, and if you did like it, don't forget to subscribe on this channel.